What's up, people? Back from breakfast with my brother. Went for a little walk. So freezing and cold outside and just wet. Did not like it, but hey, we needed some fresh air. I just needed to get this out of me because it's like festering in my head, and I need to vent. Otherwise I'm gonna lose it. Right, so me and my missus have been planning for a while that we want to get out of the country in the next 2 or 3 years, and honestly, this country is falling apart. And when I say this country, United Kingdom is falling apart. It's gonna kick the bucket very soon. If not, it's already dead. This country is just a shell of itself. And this is not my personal opinion, you know. In 2023, I read somewhere that I think 500,000 Brits left to like either Australia, Spain, or the US, or New Zealand. So like sister or twin countries where our passports are kind of similar. And I think it's grown as well. So it's a similar number for 2024. That's crazy. We're the second most moved mass migration after China. So it shows you how bad it is here if so many Chinese people are leaving China. It might just give you a hint. It's insinuating that we're close to communism. Like, the government does not help its people. It's not making anything easier for its people to be here. And look, I'm pushing 30, and in my short lifetime, I've already seen the decline of since my adult life, let's say 15, 16 years old, of the country. Like, I've got a few points that I've wrote down, right? But here's what I researched first. Like, the cost of living, okay, for a family of 4 is $2,200 for rent or a mortgage, yeah, and like your food bills, your car payment, or your electricity and your gas, water, or $2,200. Imagine if your wife is not working, so you have to be on like minimum. Let's do the maths. 24. 20. You have to be on minimum like 28k, 30k to even just get by, and that's if nothing goes wrong in life. And we know things do go wrong in life, and you have to pay for, like, you know, things that break, like in the house, for like your boiler or your roof goes, or, you know, your toilet system breaks, you know, anything, pipe work can break. That's crazy. 2268 to be exact. Like, in comparison, yeah, Latvia's $760 a month. Costa Rica's $820 a month. Spain's £1,000. Italy's £1,100. Finland's £1,200, and Finland's got such a good quality of life. So is Spain, so is Italy. That's crazy. It's like 2.5, almost 2.5 times. I don't want to do this anymore. I shouldn't be just about making it in life. I don't even think I'm just about making it. Like, I'm barely breaking even every month. And I'm trying my hardest to save, and I'm doing side hustles. And I'm living back at home. I don't even pay like loads of mortgage or rent payments. The only way I've been able to save is because my mum's taken me in again. And I'm nearly 30. It shouldn't be this way. Like, I'm okay. A lot of people are not willing to live with their parents, or they don't have that kind of relationship, or, you know, they're further in their life where they have their own family and they have too many people. They can't live on top of each other, like, you know, post-war era, where like 3 generations could live on top of each other in a 3-bedroom house. Like, other cultures do live like that, but not as much anymore. Like, even modern cultures, like, well, Indians used to do it a lot, but we don't do it as much now. We really don't. Kids move out, or they get married straight away early and then move out because they want to get out. I can't imagine being in my 30s living at home. This is crazy. How are we meant to live like this? And like, not like, I'm not saying Brexit is the issue. It's not. It's just it's also caused like visa immigration problems. You know, taxation on goods, more taxation on goods, political uncertainty. Obviously taxation on trade routes and stuff. So it's making. I read this article about how we produce milk, right, for ourselves in our own farms. We send it to France. It gets labelled in France and sold to France as well, and then it gets shipped back over. That's absolutely insane. What are we paying for? Like, it's just crossing the channel and then coming back. And you wonder why food and stuff is so expensive. It shouldn't be this expensive, man. It's making me want to really live like a rural, plain life and move to somewhere like Portugal and just buy a few acres of land and then go back to a simple life. I probably won't be able to do it now, and I won't be able to do it immediately because I feel like I'm still looking for adventure, and I want to experience a few things before I really chill out in my life a bit. But definitely in like mid-30s, late 30s, I want to start building that kind of lifestyle where I'm only working 6 months to 9 months maximum a year, and then just shut down for the rest of the year. This life is like a rat race, especially in the UK. You can't do this life. I'm working 45 hours a week, every single week. And I know people do it for 40 years, but I don't. I don't want to do that. That's your choice. If you want to be in the Matrix for the rest of your life, you can do that. I'm not doing this. I'm going to get my money. I don't know. I might not be a millionaire, but I'm going to get my money, get my bread and bug out and move to somewhere where my living expenses are not as costly. This is ridiculous. I don't know. And do you know what? It affects your mental health and your motivation for life as well. You know, I get up for work. It's pitch black. I come home. It's pitch black. It's freezing when I get in the car. I have to sometimes, like, I remember 3-4 weeks in a row. I know there's other cold states and countries out there, but that's your life. You can live however you want to live. I don't want to live like that. You have to de-ice your car every time, or it's absolutely miserable. You know, it's always raining like 200 days of the year. It's not like the Mediterranean or like parts of Europe where it's 200 days of sunshine. I want to move somewhere where I can get up for work, right, and it's either 10 to 30 degrees by the end of my day. So like 10 degrees in the morning or something, even that's fine. 10, 15 degrees in the morning, not -2. That's ridiculous. I can't do this. I was born here as well. I do not want to do my later life, like 30s, 40s, 50s here. Tough. Very tough. And it's not like you have to do it. If you've got the means to move and you want to move to a place where you'll be more happy, I suggest you do it. I'm planning to bug out. I want to live somewhere where it is 10 to 30 degrees all year round, and I can just work 6 months to 9 months a year. Either like have a cafe or a pub eventually. But I will look for a job abroad. I'm not doing this long term. I'm gonna make my money on that site, save some good ass money and get out, man. I need to look for land. That's another thing as well. Like, my missus is dual nationality, so she's got a Portuguese passport, so she can buy property without getting taxed. She's a non-UK resident, and I'm a non-EU resident, so she could buy property without tax. That's a big benefit. Another thing as well, since I've been a kid, like in the UK, crime rate is going up. I think it's gone up about 23% in the past 10 years. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I'm not blaming a particular kind of people, but since immigration's increased, you know, there has been an increase. You can see it on the high street. I'm not bullshitting you. You can see it on our high streets. You go anywhere, right? You see cash only shops, yeah. And you'll see that they're not integrating into society where they are paying tax. They want to do their own kind of life, right? And they will use and milk this system because they know that the UK government is so soft, but really hard on their own people. Like the ones who actually pay taxes, pay their bills, don't claim benefits, you're getting fucked the most, you know. And the ones who claim benefits have a cash only business, and then on paper they're working under 16 hours a week, they will still get their money, and on top they get in their cash, and sometimes they've got a business. Like I'll be honest with you, yeah, my own barber, he openly admits and talks about how he's rinsing the UK government because it's just too soft. They won't do anything to you. He laughs about it. Like, he laughs about it in the shop, and I kind of bite my tongue a little bit because I'm a British national. I was born here, and I'm like, oh, you're pissing me off. But I don't say much. And to be honest with you, I just go there to get my haircuts. I know I'm probably part of the problem, but I just go to get my haircuts. He's wicked at cutting hair. But he openly admits to a lot of his friends and himself, like, they claim benefits. On paper, they work under 16 hours a week, or they attend like a studying, and they take up a course to say that they're studying, so they get benefits, and then they also work cash in hand in barbershops, or they run a shop together. Man, it's fucking crazy. It actually pisses me off that people can come here and earn twice as much as me. And have only been here for 3-4 years. And the job market's got even more hyper competitive than since Brexit as well. Like, here's an example. My own Romanian friend, Elvis, he came here about 5-6 years ago, and we got very, very close. He's a good guy, educated guy. His dad's in the military, smart guy, and comes from a good family. And he bailed England because he could see that it wasn't giving him a fulfilling life. He was getting depressed here, and he moved to Germany because he could get almost twice his salary for the same kind of work that he's doing in Germany. Same kind of money that he's doing here. And he's got 1 or 2 brothers in Germany who just suggested to him, look, come here, bro, and you'll be on like 40,000 euro, 45,000 euro. And I'm like, that's pretty much twice, because the euro and pound is not that much. It's not that different anymore. How are you earning this much? And he goes, there's just more job opportunities. There's less people there. And I was low key pissed, but I was happy for him. You have to kind of get past the it's not jealousy. It's just like, bruh, why you, not me? But I think he was brave enough to make the jump, and obviously he's got family there. But it just shows you that even immigrants are getting tired of the UK and then moving to better countries that could set them up. He moved to Germany, and then within 1 year he found a wife and got married, and then now he's setting up his own life. He's got a pickup truck. He's got 2 motorbikes. Come on, man. What? This place is a joke. You can't even make it here anymore because the immigrants who come here to make it, or the smart, educated ones that come here to make it, they know, and they just leave themselves. They just clock on early. And what am I doing here? I don't even know what I'm doing here anymore. There's no point setting up shop here. There's no point. Another thing as well, which is like off topic from earning money, is the NHS. The NHS, don't even get me started with the NHS. It's atrocious. Like, I had an emergency dental appointment once, right? And then I asked, like, what's the current wait times on an emergency dental appointment? I get there, and I think I waited 2 days, even though I was in agony. Like, I needed to see someone right away. I waited 2 days and slept on it, just drugged myself up with painkillers. And when I went to the appointment, I waited for another 3 hours in the clinic, and I was like, are you joking? You tell me to be here on time, and I wait 3 hours for a 20-minute checkup to get some antibiotics. GP phone calls, like a GP phone call diagnosis or whatever it is, you know, when they figure out what's going wrong with you. A phone call, and then they're probably searching on Google. What is the point? What's wrong with these doctors? Are they not gonna, like, I know they're underpaid and understaffed, but are they not gonna, like, revolt? Do they not feel like they're doing a disjustice to people? Like, do they not feel like this is not very sincere, or they're not being helpful at all to society? There's no honour in your job. There's none. I can go on Google and do your job. I'm being serious. Like, I've seen doctors, I bet you've seen it yourself. You'll have an appointment, or if you do manage to get a physical appointment, magically when you call up at 8 a.m. and dial in straight away, and then you're like number 2 or number 3 on the queue, and then you get a physical appointment. When you're telling them your aches and symptoms and stuff, they'll just be Googling stuff and making notes of your file. And then they suggest to you, oh, okay, yeah, so we give you these kind of antibiotics or these kind of painkillers. They're just pill pushers. Don't forget that this is just a business. My missus' mum needed a physiotherapy appointment. She had to wait 6 weeks. I remember when I needed physiotherapy on my knee, I had to wait 12 weeks. And by then, because I was already from a sporting background, I had mended my knee. I mended my knee by then. And obviously people will be like, oh yeah, but then it's not that bad, then it's not an emergency. No, it was terrible. It's because of my own knowledge and the fact that I have studied, I was able to rectify my problems. And then I just said, I didn't even turn up to the appointment. I just bothered to not even call them, because why should I give my time back if you're going to waste my time for that long? I don't care. You're not getting my sympathy or my regards. Yeah, and A&E as well. When I was a little kid, or like a younger guy, let's just say 15, 16, I used to get into quite a few accidents and just for falls and tumbles. You do, okay, if you're a young guy, you do. And I remember A&E used to wait 2, maybe 3, tops 4 hours, right? And you'll be seen by the afternoon if you came in the morning. And then sometimes you would come in during the weekday and it'd be pretty instant. It'd be like an hour or half an hour and you'd be seen. Now, every single day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's like every single day is like the day after drinking day. You know, like you see on Saturday morning, everyone's had fights or tumbles or falls. And Saturday morning or Sunday morning, you see the fuck-ups, the falls and trips. And the A&E is completely full. And you have to wait like half a day or an entire day to be seen. That's what it's like every day in A&E now. Every day. So I just don't even bother. I self-medicate and self-remedy. I don't want to waste my time for them to just see me and be like, oh, there you go. That's a bandage. No, I'm not wasting my time anymore. I'm going to get private medical care 100%, but I'll probably just do it when I move. It's more affordable. I'm leaving this damn country. Oh, don't get me started, obviously, on construction and building laws. That's one point that I noted down because it pisses me off so much. It's your God-given right to build on your own land, but yet it's not your land because it's the Queen's land and you're getting a mortgage on it, or you're literally renting the land. So you have to get all these permissions to build and all these building regs where, you know, even if you were to build a shed, and if your shed was, let's just say, 2.1 meters high already, you have about 100 mil allowance, or if any more than that. And if you come above that, they will either make you take off the roof, or amend it, or bring it down, or you'll have to get lawyers in to try and beat the council. I don't want to deal with this crap right in England. I don't want to deal with the stress of trying to go through loopholes and obstacles on the way for building on my own land. It's ridiculous. I just want to build land buy land and build on it, like a country which still gives you your God-given right. Why are you telling me what to do when I've purchased this piece of land? Like, it doesn't make sense, does it? And I know the older and older we get, we think, oh yeah, we just accept these ideas. What the hell are you accepting? You're accepting almost like communist ways of thinking. Totalitarian. I don't know how to say it. It's like this place is a prison without walls. That's exactly what this island is. It's just literally a prison without walls. There's sea all around us, and the space on this island is limited, and it's a free-for-all. And if you get a parcel of land, you better be willing to pay $500,000 or millions of pounds for it. And it's not cheap. So you can't even do anything, and then you have to build on it and get permissions to build on it. That's like one of my main points, because I don't want to really build anything here. I could probably buy one property to like do buy to let or do Airbnb with it, but I would never do my own self build here. No way. Also, like, just to finish up, the work-life balance is terrible. You know, it's awful. This way of life is so against the grain. Like, it goes against every cell of my being. I know I don't want to do this long term. I can feel it in my bones that this is an unhealthy lifestyle. I can't live like this or work like this for the rest of my life. I've seen how tired people in their 40s and 50s look. Like, you look way more knackered than you should be. And I'm not doing this. I'm hoping to create a life in the next 4 or 5 years where I can work 6 to 9 months a year, max. And I don't want to wake up when it's dark. I don't want to go to sleep when it's... I don't want to get home when it's dark. I want to wake up in 10 degree, 20 degree weather, not -2, -3. And then just get like 20, 30 days of sunshine a year. How depressing. There are much better places to live than this country. Anyway, that's my Sunday vent. I just wanted to get it out of me, but yeah, the UK is dying. So my bug out plan is probably by 32, 33. I've got 4 years. So I better make this money, release the equity from the house, and just dip. Take my wife and dip. I better get to work. We've got a new week next week. I will keep you guys in the loop of what we do, but I'm hoping to do another training session with Tom, and we'll go from there. Peace.
Got me feeling like AJ at Wembley. I got a house in the sticks, I'm living stress free. God bless me, guide me, protect me.